Hi everybody. So since masoor dal and snake gourd, നമ്മുടെ ചുവന്ന ചെറിയ പരിപ്പ് and പടവലങ്ങ curry has similar ingredients of what I'm making just before, which was matanga and pair, pumpkin and red chickpea curry. I thought I'll film this one also since I'm going to make it. So this snake gourd is a homegrown one. I've taken 1 snake gourd and 2 cups of masoor dal. Going to add a pinch of cumin seeds to it, grated coconut, salt, turmeric, and of course melted coconut oil. And our chief ingredients: onion. This time I'm taking a different chili, which is smaller, but it's hotter nevertheless. So the chili I'll ask you to add according to how much heat you can take. And of course the curry leaves is also from our garden. So these are our ingredients which we need for making the masoor dal. You can use regular dal and snake gourd curry. Okay, so the dal, I washed it like 2 times, and we have our snake gourd here. I actually scrubbed off a little bit of the skin there, and then cleaned the insides, cut it into half and cleaned the insides, took off all the seeds, chopped the onions. I'll be chopping the snake gourd into smaller pieces. This is just to show you what I did with the cleaning. Out of the chilies we took one, I just left it alone because I don't know how much heat this has. And here is our coconut, which is 1 cup of grated coconut. Again, half tablespoon of cumin, half teaspoon of turmeric, and then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I use 6 of those little chilies we had. They are pretty hot, and I'll add more if needed after, when we are finalizing it. So this is going to go in here in my blender. And again, just like how I did it with the pumpkin and chickpea, red chickpea, it's going to be a coarse grate. So the different settings, I'm sorry, I'm going to do a grind, not a grate, but either will work. You don't want it to be like a soft paste, you just still want it coarse. So these ingredients are going to go in here, and then we'll add that to our snake gourd. So that'll be our next step. All right. So we are ready to make our snake gourd and dal curry with coconut. So this is the pot I'm going to use. It's a clay pot, and I love cooking in these. I've already turned on the fire, and the pot is now ready. So I'm going to pour our coconut oil. Now, if you're not a fan of coconut oil, you can cook with any oil you want. If you love olive oil, it'll taste a little different, or sunflower oil, canola oil, whichever oil you want to use, you're fine. Right. Now, once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the snake gourd, which I chopped into small pieces like that. Then add it, and the onion. Now, if this is the traditional way to make it, I'm not sure, but this is how I make it. I always need to give that disclaimer. All right. This is a contraption which I brought from India, which makes it so easy to hold and do your saute. So I wish the oil was a little more hotter when I put the veggies in. So you can wait for it to be a little hotter. Maybe drop one veggie and see if it makes that noise, that sizzling noise. Then you know it is ready. So we're going to saute it. All right, and we are back. So if you check, onions and the snake gourd is sauteed and kind of looks glassy, semi-cooked. So that's what we want. Now this is the time I add the dal, which we washed. This is 2 cups. So we used 1 medium-sized snake gourd, 2 cups of dal. All right. Now I mix the dal in. So again, beautiful rainbow looking dish. Now I'm going to add our curry leaves. Like I said, I like to leave the stem in there too. And the coconut, cumin, green chili, salt mixture. And to get all the mixture in there, I'm going to add some water. And really need it for cooking the dal and the veggie. So we add all that goodness in there. Now I'm pretty sure both of these dishes, the pumpkin and chickpea, and this dish, snake gourd and dal, you can eat if you're on a Daniel diet. It's all from vegetable sources, coconut oil, and all the veggies. Like I haven't added anything which is not naturally occurring. So I'm mixing it all up. Starting to get prettier and prettier by the day. Now this red little dal, masoor dal, doesn't need a lot of time to cook. That's one good thing. And since we sauteed the snake gourd, it's already half cooked. So are the onions. So I'm going to add the rest of the water, which was in the cup, which is like so. I'm going to add 1 more cup because this is kind of a soup kind of curry. So you eat it with rice, which is a little watery. So let's get 1 more cup of water. So I'm adding 1 more cup of water, and then we'll check how much water is in there, if we have enough to cook everything. I think that's pretty good. If needed, we can always add, and when you add more water to any preparation, it's better to add hot water once it's cooked, because it takes that much more longer for the water to heat up and cook again, right? So this is just room temperature water. So it's all in there. I'm going to give a little taste just to see the heat and the saltiness. It's not too bad with this heat, but I think it can take a little more salt. And be careful when you're adding salt when there's so much water, especially if you're going to make it dry fried, but I'm not. So I'm adding another ½ spoon of salt in there. We can always add or subtract salt. All right, so we're gonna let it cook. So this is something which cooks really quickly, especially the dal. So you can see it's cooked. And guys, the smell and the taste is so delicious. So this is almost ready now. All we need to adjust is the amount of water and maybe add a little more salt. So I'm going to add another ½ cup. Actually, you know what? We'll add the full cup, because we all love this curry in our household. So that gives it more water. I'm going to add a little more of salt. So another half teaspoon. So totally I put maybe like 2 teaspoons, full teaspoons, or maybe a little more of salt. But this is a big pot. So do according to how much you like, how much salt to taste you like. I don't like my curries too salty, but I would like enough salt because we use or we eat all our curries with rice. There you go. I'm going to do another taste test. That's beautiful. Tastes really good. Now, if you're someone who don't eat rice, you can eat this as a soup. It's so yummy. It's delicious. And if you use a different oil, it's still going to be delicious. But I use coconut oil because that is the traditional way of preparing. That's why I use coconut oil. So here you have it, guys. The food is ready. It's ready to eat as is, as a soup, lentil kind of soup with veggies or with your rice. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye-bye. Alright, it's time to eat. I got my brown rice here, the pumpkin and red chickpea curry which we made, and then the dal and snake gourd curry we made today also. Now here is some bitter melon crunchies and one chili which I fried because I like something crunchy with my food. Now my mom always used to say that I eat more curries than rice, which is true, guys. My roundness does not come from eating just rice. It comes from eating more veggies and the curries and the snacking. So here's our delicious plate, which I am going to eat now. Right, hopefully you all are able to prepare some and enjoy some. Okay, bye.